Look, leave me all on red, that's some cold. Then you hit me late at night, you some bold arrows, yeah. But you already know that, yeah. And I love it when you throw that, yeah. Shawty, where you sold at?
Hi lovies, welcome back to today's video. Today I'm going to give you a straightforward, informative, direct video on how to get sponsorships as a small YouTuber. So for those of you who've clicked on this video for that reason, we're going to get right into it. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the kind of content I'm producing here. And we are going to get right into it. Okay, lovies, I've got my laptop here. I want to make sure I don't miss any of my talking points and make sure I just give you guys a very well-rounded video. But for anyone who is new here, I am a small YouTuber. I started posting consistently about a month and a half ago. I started at around like 200 subscribers. I'm now a little bit under 2K in just under a month and like a week and a half. It has been maybe a little bit longer, but it's been under 2 months and I have noticed a substantial amount of growth. Knock on wood, we're doing pretty well so far, so I just kind of wanted to document my journey as well as give you guys the best tips to getting sponsorships as a small creator. So, the number one thing I can tell you until I'm blue in the face, the video quality that you produce has to be good, okay? I record on my iPhone with the front-facing camera because I need to see what it's looking like, but I record in 4K. 4K is the highest quality that you can upload here on YouTube, and I find it also makes it very easy when you are editing. You don't lose the quality, because sometimes when you insert files into like a third-party editing app, it can diminish the quality of your videos. But when you're in 4K, I find that everything comes out very crisp and clear no matter what. Before I was recording on my camera, I was on my Canon PowerShot, I believe. It was a Canon PowerShot. It's a great camera. I prefer it for photography though, because every time I recorded a video, I would have to record my audio separately, basically. So I had like my audio recording on my phone, I had my camera recording me, and then I would have to connect to my computer to get those camera files, and it was just like a whole big thing. Your phone, it's on here, it's accessible, you can hit record, you can stop, and it's not that big of a deal. Also, audio. Make sure you have clear, concise audio. I will leave my mic in the description. I actually have two. I have like a little clip-on one that I use sometimes, as well as my desktop one. This one is from Zeal Sound. It's on Amazon. I will leave the link for that below, as well as my ring light tripod that I put my phone in. But it's super easy. My microphone just hooks right in here, and honestly, all of this that I use to film every day is probably under $100, so I'll make sure I link everything down below. The next thing, you have got to develop a consistent posting schedule. And I'm sure you're thinking like, Alyssa, what does this have to do with being sponsored? Everything. Because when you have a consistent posting schedule where a brand can look at your YouTube channel and get a great sense of what kind of content you produce, who you are as a person, and just what you will bring to the brand, it's everything. And as a YouTuber, you are your brand. Basically, I look at it like this. Your YouTube channel is like a visual portfolio of what you bring to a brand, and you want them to have the best representation of you. If you only post 5 videos, a brand is going to look at you and be like, well, why am I going to send out product to this person if they only have 5 videos, you know? Like, who are they pushing this to? Whereas if you have a good, well-rounded YouTube channel where you have lots of different videos, and I'm not saying just upload any kind of video, you know, be consistent, but make sure that you have a good amount. I would recommend for starting out once a week. That's a perfect schedule to commit to. You can pick a weekend day if you work during the week, or whatever day works best for you. Pick one day where you can, upload once a week. And something I also like to do is content batch. So I will take like a Sunday, for example, record 3, 4, maybe even 5 videos. I did this past Sunday to make sure you guys have content for these upcoming weeks. Be consistent, find a schedule that works for you, and push out content as much as you can, but make sure you're pushing out good content. Your email. Create a designated business email for all of your brand deals, anything YouTube related. Takes like 5 minutes. I just made a Gmail. It's contactalyssa@gmail.com. Very easy, professional, straight to the point. Put it in your channel bio as well as the description of every single one of your videos. So if brands come across your video, it's easy as 1, 2, they can email you and they can reach out with whatever brand deals that they have. I've had people reach out to my email address as well as my social media, which is another thing. Leave your social media links in your bio because some brands, they prefer to work on Instagram or TikTok. Others would rather just, email you straightforward, the contract, all of the things like that. But have a way of reaching you in your bio and in the description of every single video. If you don't have it, brands are not going to find you. They're not going to reach out. Next thing, which I'm also going to either put on the screen here, I'm going to link them because I have one, so I'll link the template that I've used. Make a media kit. A media kit is going to be like a tangible portfolio of what you bring to the table. You're going to have your social medias, all of the social medias you are at, the amount of followers as well as your engagement. I might make a separate video on how you need to calculate or how to calculate your channel's engagement, but at the same time, there's lots of tools. I will leave some on the screen if I find any. I'll put examples, like I said, on the screen. They're probably on the screen somewhere, just so you can see what a media kit looks like. These are going to be more crucial as you begin to grow, but it's good to have one just in case. You never know what brands are going to reach out to you. Have a media kit where you have, any previous sponsorships you've worked with, companies who you have worked with before, as well as rates for posts, rates for shorts, rates for a video, like a 5 to 7 minute video, whether they want a designated video or just like to be included in one of your long form content videos. Whatever it is, you're going to include all of that in your media kit. Have it very professional, very clean, very easy, but be realistic, okay guys? If you're watching this video, it's because you are a small YouTuber. Do not be expecting to be paid crazy for any of these sponsorships at this point. You got to be realistic, guys. You are a small YouTuber. Of course, don't sell yourself short, but also don't be expecting to make what very large YouTubers make out of YouTube. You're just not there yet. You'll get there one day, but everyone started somewhere, which leads me to my next point. A lot of the sponsorships early on are going to be gift sponsorships. They're going to be product exchange for content. They're going to send you product free of charge, and you're going to produce content for them. Some of them will have commissions. You'll get a code. If people use that code, you get a commission. And some people are willing to do both. A couple of the brands I'm working with right now were willing to send the product for free as well as a rate that I had for the video, that it was fine for them. Be very realistic, guys. Don't be out here asking $700 for a post. But, depending on what it is, you can ask, $50, $100, $150. I wouldn't say to ask for more than $200 for a post as a micro-influencer unless you can really back that number up. But, to each their own. But for me, making a 5 to 7 minute video, $200 for that it's good. It's realistic. But also, with that being said, accept the fact that you are going to be receiving a lot of unpaid sponsorships as well. Product is the payment. It's not going to be like that forever, but you do have to have a few of those under your belt before you start to get those paid brand deals. And as a micro-influencer, they're small brands as well. They can't necessarily always afford to compensate as well as sending free product. Now down the road, when you get to 10, 15K subscribers, then, you know, like, you don't have to accept just free product without any compensation. But if you're like me, I would say if you're under 5K, that's just going to be what the game is like. But as soon as you reach 1,000 subscribers, you will start to get brands reaching out to you as long as you're being consistent and you're making good content. At the end of the day, whatever niche you're in, you got to produce good content for any brand to want to work with you. But trust that you are going to have paid sponsorships in the future, which you will. Which also brings me to an app I wanted to make sure I mentioned to you guys. It is called We Sponsored. And what it is a free app that you can sign up for. You connect all of your social media, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and it's going to give you each week like 10, 15 different sponsorships that you can apply for. I go in there weekly just to, you know, as I'm growing, I like to go and, you know, you can pick, they've got all kinds of things from like fashion items to health, you know, like vitamins and things, as well as like just like random gadgets. Whatever you feel like would fit and integrate well in your channel, you can apply for those. So yeah, I just thought that was like a good thing that I didn't hear a lot of people talking about when I started, you know, this whole journey of YouTube. But my next point that I wanted to make, do not work with any kind of brand or company that makes you pay for a product. Not even I've gotten a couple of the like, you pay for this and we'll refund you. No. If a brand genuinely wants to work with you, they will not have a problem sending you product for free. Do not accept any company that makes you have to pay. No, that's not how this works, okay? A lot of those are very scammy and it's just like a way to get another sale. No. That you are worth more than that, okay? Even as a small YouTuber, you do not ever have to pay for any kind of product that you are going to post content for, because at the end of the day, time is money and you're spending your time making content for these companies, and if they can't at least send you the product for free, you are doing them a favor. It's a mutually beneficial deal. You get a product and you're creating a content for them that they can go ahead and use as, you know, more advertisement for their products. Never, ever, ever pay for a sponsored product. Leave them on red, okay? Unless they're willing to negotiate. Oh my gosh. And, you know, it's just one of those things that comes with it. I understand some of these companies are smaller. It's not in the budget to send free product, but then maybe you need to up your sales and make it a part of the budget, because you're not going to get people to talk about your product for free. You're just not going to do that. You know, there's got to be some kind of exchange that is beneficial to both parties. And the next thing I would say, especially here on YouTube, always disclaim when a portion of the video or a video is sponsored. Do not do undisclosed sponsorships, please. Please. Most of us have seen how that is going down on TikTok. I don't even have TikTok, but I watch a lot of YouTube commentary, and the amount of people and influencers who do undisclosed ads. You have to remember that at the end of the day, your subscribers are your priority. You just have to really keep in mind that your subscribers will always come first, and you have to be authentic. You can't break the trust, okay? So when you do like undisclosed ads, or not undisclosed ads, I'm sorry. When you do undisclosed sponsorships and you just come on here and you like rave about a product and say your viewer sees this, they genuinely believe that you really love it because they trust your opinion, they go out and buy it, and maybe it's not all that it was hyped up to be. You have to allow people the knowledge that a video is sponsored so that they can take that into consideration, and always be honest with your sponsorships no matter what. If something didn't work for you, let that be known. You know, obviously brands are going to have certain talking points and things like that they want you to touch on, but don't work with any brand that makes you feel like you can't say anything negative about it, because if it didn't work for you, it did not work for you. And I think it's important to always be honest when you are recording anything sponsored, because you don't want to sound like an ad, you know, and you want people to come onto your channel and trust your opinions, trust what you say. And, you know, everything is not just a paycheck. Some things are bigger than that, and I feel like having the loyalty of your subscribers goes both ways, and you have to be someone that they can rely on, someone they can trust, and just be authentic, guys. So the last piece of advice I'm going to give you guys on this topic is to make sure that when you film sponsored videos or sponsored portions of videos, make it unique to you, make it aesthetically pleasing, go out of your way to be creative so that you can really just make almost like a cinematic view of the product. You know, don't just come on here any kind of way and be like, all right, I've got a sponsored video, this, that, and the other. Do your best to really showcase the products, especially, you know, if you love them. Like I said, do not take sponsorships for products that you don't like or love or don't feel like you can give a positive review of if you're not comfortable coming on here and saying that you don't like a product or what you don't like about a product. If you can't do that, then don't accept the sponsorship, okay? But if you can be honest and authentic while still being very respectful to the brand, do your best to make it an experience. So when people see that it's sponsored, they're not like, oh my gosh, like another sponsored video. It's like, okay, let me hear what they have to say, because they made it interesting. Like one of my favorite like commentary channels, her name is Kendall? Yeah. And Kenny D, I think, is her YouTube, and she's always like, okay, now let's insert ad roll Kenny. And like it's funny, it's fun, you know. I never skip through her sponsorships because she's made it fun and unique to her. Find a way to incorporate sponsored content into your videos that makes it fun and relaxed and not so like pushing you to buy it. You know, give your honest review, make it, you know, as pretty as you can so that it does the product justice. But, you know, yeah, just make it unique to you. Make the sponsored content not feel so sponsored, because you're always going to disclose the fact that it's sponsored, okay? So when you're reviewing the product, be as honest as you can, not so the viewer forgets that it's sponsored, but so it doesn't feel like the only reason you're talking about it is because you got a paycheck or because you got a free product, okay? You want it to be something that your viewer can look at and authentically believe what you were saying, because what you're saying is true. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for you guys today as far as getting sponsorships as a small YouTuber. I did content batch the other day, so I will have a couple videos out for you this week. And also give my shorts a little bit of attention, guys. I just started really focusing on shorts. If you can see, it's all like the same kind of aesthetic, just tips and advice. And I just kind of tried to paint them in a cinematic way so I can continue doing what I'm doing, YouTube long form videos. You know, I can continue coming on here doing my story times, doing my fun things, but I can also incorporate my advice that, you know, like I get from my podcast and things like that. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.